This is my little beatrice. She's so cute. I'm going to teach you how I fall asleep at night. And I was actually, if you watch my other videos, never could fall asleep after 3 a.m. It was torturous to the point where I nearly died and had to go to the emergency room. So in this video, I'm going to give you a magic technique called self-hypnosis, which has worked wonders for me. No drugs, and I've literally changed my life in 2 years. So it's going to help you to boom, burn that belly fat. Men, it's going to raise your testosterone levels, increase your sex drive. This first thing we're going to do is we're going to practice, and this is based on Betty Erickson's principles, is we're going to practice progressive relaxation. So you're just going to want to make sure that you're cool enough. Typically, I'm going to throw pretty much all my blankets off, maybe even some of my PJs. Not in this video, this is YouTube. Do you remember, I am Casey M. Reynolds, a life and health coach. Hit subscribe if you want more videos like this. Yeah, we're not going to take off the pajamas. Anywho, so we're going to lay kind of spread eagle. So no humans in bed, you want it quiet, you want it dark. You can't do all the principles because you should not actually be putting the lights on. So I'm going to lay in bed, and as we're laying in bed, what I'm going to do is tighten all my muscles. You can do it either all at once, or you could do it progressively. So we're just going to want to make sure that we're tightening all the muscles and loosening until we know that, particularly your jaw, you keep a lot of pressure in that jaw. So I'm going to go ahead and, so we have tightened and released those muscles. So you should be very relaxed. Of course, you're not coming back and talking to your phone in between. You're very relaxed, right? So then we're going to, we've relaxed our muscles, progressive relaxation. Now we're going to relax our breathing. As we're doing this, we're really, really working on stopping that mind chatter, because the mind chatter is like all the bad things, the bad crap, it's going to happen to you. Oh, guess what? I lost life's lottery and pretty much all of it came back in spades. All the bad shit happened to me, all of it. I'm still a happy person. Watch my happiness habits. I am actually one of the happiest people I know. It doesn't matter. You know what? There's people that have been amputated from the waist below and they're still happy. There's a woman who has no arms. She's called A Girl Without Wings. She's the most amazing human being I've ever seen on YouTube. She's still happy. So even when bad things happen to us, we can still be happy. But worrying about them is actually destroying our lives. It's the worrying that's the problem, not the bad things. We can deal with the bad problems, but that worrying is kind of destroying our lives. So we're gonna take 3 deep breaths. This one I'm gonna do upright. Typically I would do it laying down, and typically it also would roll my eyes in the back of my head a little bit, like that, a little bit. No biggie, alrighty? So we're just gonna say 3 words. This is, of course, meditation, right? Calm out. And again, peaceful. Tranquil. Okay. Do that as many times, because a lot of times your body truly does not have enough oxygen. So that is just, we're thinking about 3 things: relaxing our physical body, the muscles through progressive relaxation, relaxing our breath, and then we're going to use some things where we're going to focus on a stimuli. That's a whole process of self-hypnosis. We've done self-hypnosis a million times. Or you're driving and those yellow lines just start to hypnotize you and you can't even remember where you were. We've done it. So just kind of think back to those experiences, because that's the trance-like state. It's actually like your brain is sleeping, but your body's still awake, right? The next thing we're going to do is, after that breathing, is we're going to just do a cool little exercise with either your left or right hand. Is I'm going to take my hand, laying down in the bed, so I can show you, I'm going to do it right here, is I'm going to lift every finger. Okay? This reminds me, if you all were a kid, put in the comments below, when we used to play that game, light as a feather, stiff as a board, we were actually practicing self-hypnosis in a group state, and we lifted the girl. I had it happen. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? That was self-hypnosis, okay? So we're going to do this to our body. So I wanna show you so you can see it. If I feel like if I lay in the bed, you're not gonna see. So I'm gonna lift my thumb, lift this, lift this, lift this. You will not believe this. You will not believe this. But if you do this and just get rid of that freaking mind chatter, none of that worrying is ever going to come to anything. Bad things are going to happen or they're not going to happen. You're still going to be happy. God loves you. The universe loves you. You're still a good person, right? Bad things happen to good people. It happens. Don't worry about it, okay? Worrying about it is not going to make any difference. So we're just going to focus on only that left hand or right hand, whichever one you prefer, lifting every finger. And this is the weirdest sensation, is that the more you focus and concentrate on it, probably for me, 3 or 4 times, I can no longer feel my head. And I start feeling my body feels like it's glued to the bed. Okay, so I feel like I'm glued to the bed. And that's a good thing. You're not glued to the bed. Your hand will move the next morning. It's okay. You're just basically putting yourself in a dreamlike state. Please do not be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. You can stop this at any moment, but try not to stop it. Yeah, you saw that cat earlier. Manny, she got major ADHD issues. She will jump on me right as I'm going into a nice trance-like state, and then I have to start the whole process over. Now, does this take practice? Yes, but kind of always remember back to that feeling of driving on the highway when you see those lines and what it felt like in your brain. If that doesn't work, go on a YouTube video where they do that black circle, just type in hypnosis, and just know what a trance-like feeling feels like. Okay, so you need to know the feeling to know if you're kind of getting into it. Alrighty, yes. So now that we can't feel our hand, we feel like our body is glued to the mattress. If that's still not working for you, and you're gonna have to do more steps the more you are a beginner. I can just do a few steps because I'm practiced, alrighty? So I always take 5 things I'm going to imagine. So I'm just gonna pick neutral things. I can pick a hat, a dress, shoes, a bracelet, a necklace, okay? Just things that have no meaning to me, really. You don't want negative or positive meaning. And I'm going to picture them in full detail in my brain. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't like to turn the lights on. You could look at them, but I think the problem with that is we really don't want the lights on when we're trying to fall asleep. So I'm just gonna picture them in my brain. I'll picture my hat, my dress, my shoes, my necklace, my bracelet, okay? So the next go around, it'll just be the next 4 things, then the next 3 things, then the next 2 things. I never get that far. I'm fast asleep by then. And I generally, when I get into that trance-like state, I'm going to just roll over because I'm not wearing much blankets at that point, grab the blankies and fall fast asleep. I like to have really good dreams at this point in time, and they definitely help clear my mind of some of that mind chatter. So definitely be writing your dreams down. That's really helpful. Another technique, I'm just gonna try to throw them all out there if these things don't work. And if something is like a struggle bus for you, just go back and do it a couple times. Get more practice at it. Maybe your body's not fully relaxed. Maybe you're not taking enough relaxing breaths. Maybe you need to go use the bathroom real quick. Maybe your room is too warm. Maybe you need to kick that human out. Maybe a glass of cold water will do. Please never touch anything that's actually going to help you fall asleep, like medication, even melatonin, even Benadryl. Avoid those like the plague, because this is going to work like a miracle, right? You've relaxed your breath, you've relaxed your mind, and if none of that works, and sometimes, you know, you're still a newbie, you're still working on it, you can always do a very calming technique. It's kind of like counting sheep, right? And you're just going to simply count from 100 backwards. It works. Anesthesiologists use it. It's so old-timey. Remember, these techniques are, I think, 4,000 years old. They are safe. They are going to help you realize your dreams. And that's the coolest thing, is I didn't realize, is that once you start getting sleep, your dreams start coming true. Friends, I just am really hoping this video helps you, because if you're a person like me that was tortured, literally tortured by not getting enough sleep for, I don't know, it felt like 20 years or maybe longer. And now I sleep like a baby. And using self-hypnosis also seems to, it kind of like, the more you do it, the more it kind of helps you in everyday life. But you do absolutely need to watch the first video, I sleep alone, because that really is going to help you understand the process and also sleep like a baby. But friends, I am just wishing you peace, love, and joy.